The following podcast is an enticing media production. Thank you for listening to this podcast. You are now socially obligated to pour yourself a drink, and welcome to the Drunk Squirrel.
I don't think I've chosen the correct drink for the peanut butter and jellies.
No, you
That's
haven't.
actually, I'm more concerned about that combination than I am
yeah.
about the actual sandwich itself.
That's going to be rough.
That's just not good.
Yeah, so you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich over there.
Yep.
You do. You have the first one ever in your life.
Staring at me. It stinks.
It stinks.
It looks delicious.
It stinks.
I mean, I would agree. You use Skippy peanut butter.
I didn't know which one to use. Like, what is the popular one that everybody uses?
Well, this sounds like a social media debate. You know, what do you use as
Ooh,
your
that's a
peanut
good
butter?
Yes, I like that.
Because it is definitely, is it Jif or GIF?
It's Jif.
It's Jeff.
It's Jif?
Yes, not GIF. What's
like,
I
what are
thought
you
the company said
not
it's like
GIF, it's JIF.
Well, we're a Jif household.
Yes,
Yeah, that
yes,
was
we
one of
are.
those things I was very particular about when we got married. Is like, it's only Heinz ketchup and it's only Jif.
It was one of our first questions.
I
Like what peanut butter do you? Not really, but
I mean, I get the Heinz ketchup in you.
Yeah, Pittsburgh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, but what's the Jif? Are they a Pittsburgh thing too, or no?
I honestly, there's nothing that I can pin to like, oh, this is why, other than it's what I had growing up. Mm-hmm. So
That's fair enough.
That's what I got.
We always had Jif in our house growing up.
yeah.
Crunchy. It had to be crunchy.
Oh no.
Oh, that's just
I don't
torture.
now these days I do whatever like natural organic peanut butter is, and it's kind of like a cross between crunchy and creamy. But it has like the floating oil on top, so you have to store it upside down.
Yes, or you have to mix it really good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I usually buy local made peanut butter. Anyway.
You are a hippie. I mean,
I
that's
am
what
a
it comes
hippie.
down to.
Hey,
My
I have to
nickname
say
is-
though, growing up, my dad, he would have like the natural peanut butter, and
Yes.
it was really good. Like the organic stuff, like we were talking about earlier, that was fresh made, and it was
so good.
the best. It really was really good.
Yes. Thank you. Thank
So
you
yes.
for solidifying my hippiness.
Kenny, did I grab your drink? I have a lime in mine. Do you have a lime in yours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You didn't want a lime?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, you had said specifically you wanted a lime. I was like,
Well, definitely need a lime.
Definitely need
This
a
is
lime.
really good.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nell.
You're
Thanks,
quite
man.
welcome.
Should
Thank you.
we-
It's been a while since I've made a gin and tonic.
I'm gonna assume at this point that we've been recording for some time. I'm not sitting in the producer's chair today.
No, you're not.
An actual producer is here.
Yep.
No.
What did we do this time that we deserved a visit from our wives?
I think it's
Well, Nell decided that she was going to find out on the Drunk Squirrel if her husband has a peanut allergy or not. So,
I do not
Here we
have
go.
a peanut allergy. Definitely do not.
no, I know you don't.
But
If you hear sirens, you know why.
I just go.
Nell has finally, after you guys have been married, what, 16 years?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure. Yeah, no, it has
Something
been
like that.
16 years. It'll be 17 years this year.
I was going to say, you've got us by like 6 to 8 months. I forget what it is.
Oh, is it
wild.
that close?
Is it really?
Yeah, I think
Well,
so.
it'll be 16 years for us in April. And then you guys
Okay.
are what,
Yeah, we're
17?
We'll be
in, like,
17
September.
in September.
Okay.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you got us by about 8 months.
Yeah.
Math's hard. I don't do it well.
Yeah.
I'm not mathing today.
No. It's a snow day.
Definitely not mathing today.
It is kind of a snow day. Yesterday was a snow day. Today is a snow day. We all have snow days.
Yep. But no, so yeah, you've been married 16 years. This is that moment of finding out if your wife actually loves you or is trying to kill you. One of many. I feel like that's a theme to marriage. Does your wife love you today, and is she trying to kill you?
I was going to say, I think it really depends on the day. If we're
I
really
would say
being
it is
honest
Yeah.
a
with each
day
other.
by day basis.
For sure.
Sometimes minute by minute, second by second, depends.
Aw.
Agreed. Agreed.
Great.
They at least generally gave us a day,
Yeah. So
then
anyway.
adjusted. But I'll take that day.
Anyway, so here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Kenny, would you explain why you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Because I have thoughts.
This came up yesterday, I guess it was, that so I don't like peanut butter. Okay.
Weirdo.
Lately, I have been leaning into peanuts or that type of thing a little bit more. So, and I was like, you never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? You need to eat one. And then it just, oh, we're recording podcast tomorrow, so you should have one on the podcast. And that's how we got here.
Now, the way she said it is you had been drinking, and she got you to agree to some things while you were drinking.
Yeah, I guess so. Sure.
She made certain implications in that statement.
Yes, that is that is true. Yes. So
Yeah.
I agreed to eat this when I've never had it before.
Well, why don't you tell us what you're drinking and the whole premise of the episode, and then we can go into delay it some more so you can, not taste the peanut butter and jelly, and then we'll make you, and then we'll get your reaction. Sorry, I'm just storyboarding this entire episode.
So all right.
That's not how the drunk squirrel works.
I know.
That's
I don't
We
know why
drink,
I'm
we
taking-
talk. Storyboard? Yeah, we do that after. What did we talk about?
Yeah, it's true. I
The storyboarding process comes in the editing
I take that
process.
note when I'm editing and be like, what did we talk about again?
What are those notes I need to put in that email?
Yeah. So anyway, we are drinking gin and tonics
Yes.
today. Something that I quite enjoy. Usually it's a summer drink for me, not middle of winter after a snow day, but good nonetheless. And it's with Tanqueray Rangpur
Yes.
gin, which is quite good.
It's so good.
Hey, and I had just made the joke that it's, dry January, so let's just have a dry gin.
That's right. These are we're doing dry Sunday.
Exactly.
So
Although your wife is actually truly doing dry January.
yeah, she's over
I
there
am.
with a spindrift.
So, we're at the beginning of the month. We'll see if
Yeah.
you drive her to drink by the end.
That's very possible. However,
It is very possible.
Melinda is here with us, and
Hello.
she is not having gin and tonic.
No, I am not.
I don't. It's a white wine of some sort. Would you like to elaborate, or do you even know?
It's I do.
Okay.
I know the type of wine, not the brand. Honestly, I know
Okay.
it's in a blue bottle, but
It's a blue bottle and it has Italy on it.
yes,
Well, there you go.
I know I've seen that before. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's so it is a Moscato, and apparently it is, for some reason, I don't know why, but it is best when you buy it in Maryland instead of Pennsylvania.
I kind of walked in on this
So
conversation
interesting.
you guys were having, and I was like, "Huh."
Yeah, it's weird. We've had the exact same bottle. Well, not the exact same bottle, but the exact same brand and everything here in Pennsylvania, and it tastes horrible.
so
But yet in
wild.
Maryland, it's fruity and juicy and just, it's amazing. I love it.
I wonder if Pennsylvania is just super weird with liquor and that kind of stuff. I'm wondering if they make some sort of a different
That's what I said.
thing for just for Pennsylvania, like
There's
Yeah.
something that they can't put in it or something like that changes it.
that's weird.
Yeah, my sister-in-law got me hooked on it. When was it? Like
4 years ago.
yeah, something like that, where she said that her in-laws, they always have this wine at their house, and apparently it was like this award-winning wine at one point, and so she brought it to have everybody try it, and ever since then it's been, I have to get this. Like, you can get it at Even Giant, but it's honestly, it's best and when it's from Maryland, I
That
think.
is crazy.
So when you go to
should
Maryland, you
do,
just
a
need to
taste test.
get like a case of it or something.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
So apparently, what we need to do is get one in Maryland and get one in Pennsylvania, and then
I want to try that.
Taste
Oh
them
yeah,
against each
definitely.
other.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, I guess next time any of us is down in Maryland. All right, so I did sneak out and grab the bottle. It is Barton Nuara, a product of Italy.
I'm gonna save that bottle because when I'm when I'm editing and doing show notes and things like that, that way I have access to what it is.
Drink more.
Okay, sounds
Got to
good.
empty the
more.
bottle today. You, since
Moral
you're
of
the
the
only one
story.
This is the
drinking.
one thing that I will definitely have more than one glass of.
Oh,
I hardly
Oh,
ever
nice.
drink, but yes, this one I will.
You'll be here for a while today, so just finish the bottle.
Okay, sounds great.
Finish the bottle. It's fine.
I would like to point out that I can't get her to have like more than one when it's just her and I, but apparently with Friends. I'll have the whole bottle.
Socializing is different.
Social situation.
Rob, it's a social
I want to be in a
lubricant.
social situation and her with a bottle of wine.
Oh, goodness.
This is that minute by minute.
Yes.
Right
See,
now she's going to kill
Yikes.
him.
This is why
We're friends.
and this is why they don't leave us alone too often.
Absolutely.
Because
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
stuff like this happens. And
My
it just
age
goes
is
off the
announced,
rails.
my birth year.
Oh well, I can't.
Whatever.
I can't defend him on that one. I'm like, oh boy.
I think the last time you guys recorded by yourselves, I was doing photos, real estate photos that week. And I realized the day before, I was like, crap. I'm going to have to leave them tomorrow. Should I reschedule the photos? No, they'll be fine.
Not
That
only
was not a
that,
bad episode.
not only that, I managed to like set the whole thing up like from scratch, which
Yeah,
is
I didn't even prepare anything for you.
Andy
is-
wore headphones.
I'm gonna
Oh my god.
hurt myself patting myself on the back.
But
Oh
you
my
deserve
gosh.
it.
I'm taking it. I'll take the win.
All right.
But
So why
anyway.
are we here? Why are Mel and I here?
Isn't that what Ray shouted walking in the door?
Why-
Why are we here?
I think it was something to that effect.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. We'll save that for Kenny's nuggets of wisdom as given by the 13-year-old.
I mean, I feel like if you
Soon to be
like the
14.
peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it's going to have to be Kenny's nuts of wisdom today.
Oh, there we go.
Oh man! Wow! Wow! All
Just a
right.
thought.
So before we make Kenny suffer, we are here actually, leading into February, romance and all of that to talk a little bit about why we're
Valentine's
married, how we got married,
Mm-hmm.
how we suckered two beautiful women into marrying two schmucks like us.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah.
But I mean, so yeah, this episode's gonna come out
I like how neither of us are defending them.
No, we're just like, yeah.
somewhere
nothing.
around the beginning of February.
That's the hope
So
and plan, yeah.
yeah, that's the plan. But yeah, so I guess talking just a little bit about how these relationships work.
Yeah. Tell
Which-
us how.
I don't know. I do have some great questions on that.
Ooh,
How
okay,
does the
I'm
relationship
excited.
work? Why haven't you
Yikes.
murdered me yet?
That is a great question.
Okay,
I'm
great.
still trying to figure out the answer.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like ours. I mean, we're very different.
We're
Yeah.
very different.
To be honest with you, we're very different. It's actually why this whole like business thing works. Obviously, she's the brains of the operation and all of those things. But I mean, she is like very tedious and into the fine details and all. And I'm not that. I'm just not that guy. So
I would agree with that.
All right, I have a question on that, but we should make Kenny eat the sandwich.
Yeah, we definitely should.
Because, we're 15 minutes in. I mean, I want to hear him trying to podcast with peanut butter. And
I know.
Oh,
Great.
goodness, yeah.
Then trying to wash it down with a gin
Some-
and tonic. Blah, blah, blah.
again,
This is where why has she not tried to murder you yet? Well, we're about to find out if I have tried or not. So.
yeah, I feel like I should have brought some like water or something.
Or are you
in with
gonna
me
murder
to wash,
me?
To wash this down. So I can't murder you. I wouldn't be able to run this thing myself.
Yeah, let's admit it. That's a wife dies, husband's just going to jail automatically.
It's not really.
Oh.
Husbands
sad.
die. Oh, yeah, wife probably did it. Let her go.
Oh my gosh.
All
Oh my gosh.
right, so I'm just gonna dive into this.
All right,
'cause
Kenny is trying his first ever peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
At 46 years old,
yes,
still
here
have
on this
questions.
podcast.
Rob is looking at me like you're like a psychopath or something. So
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those,
And to be clear, this is what we have. We have some organic green bread because I wanted to buy some bread that we'll actually eat.
the bread costs more than the peanut butter and the jelly combined.
It's true.
I pointed that out in the store.
It's true. And we have creamy Skippy peanut butter because no one told me that I should just buy Jif or Peter Pan. And then we have Welch's Concord grape jelly. Just a standard
As
standard can be.
standard as you can get. I feel like.
I will say this. I mean, if I had known, I would have brought. We've got my sister's good blackberry jam at home.
delicious.
Would have brought that.
Oh.
And you would love my sister. She's a hippie like you.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Well, she makes her
Let's
own
make it
jam.
happen.
She
Gotta
lives
be.
on a small little corner plot with chickens and like
A nice sized garden.
Feral.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Caitlin,
gosh,
I love
would
you.
totally have chickens so I could get eggs.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Yes.
Oh,
Do you remember the
we
Friends
move?
episode when Monica was making jam?
yes.
No.
Okay. Anyway.
I mean, I did just watch Saved by the Bell a month ago.
You watched an episode.
I know,
of
that was more than
Saved by the
enough.
Bell.
He's over
An
here like
episode.
I watched.
I need
the
to know
series.
what I need to know what episode you watched also too, by the way. But anyway, so
All right, eat the sandwich,
anyway,
Kenny.
here we
Here
go.
we go. Oh no!
There's a face.
Oh no!
I also like how he's trying to like stare at his computer like I am
Yes.
somewhere else.
Are you not? Oh wait, hold on.
He's thinking about it.
He is.
Kenny is having a moment.
Oh my
We're not sure what
gosh.
kind of moment. This is like that. Is it life changing or is he? I don't know.
Is he about to murder me?
I need another bite to know.
Oh wait. Okay, so
Oh,
you're going in for
okay.
a second
2 bite. Okay.
Take one out of the middle. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I did always try to have a rule of you need to try something 3 times
Yeah.
before you truly say no to it.
I like that. I like that rule.
No.
All right, he's not like disgruntled like he was before.
That's okay. I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Interesting.
The,
Okay.
the first bite was like was a lot of peanut butter. I feel like maybe, but
Oh, we're definitely getting that.
well, this is real. It's actually happening.
Well, this is probably groundbreaking because have you ever had another podcast where one of the hosts ate peanut butter while podcasting?
Right?
Oh, now we've turned ASMR.
I was gonna say.
I'm out.
We're going to have an ASMR podcast where Kenny just eats peanut butter.
That would be weird.
Like that the sound of someone chewing like right in my ear, that's,
Oh, that's
instant
horrible.
like murder rage for
Some
me.
people hate that.
That's me. That like
Really?
it takes my anger right into the red zone. I'm like, I will murder you if you do that again.
Oh my gosh, there will be some people that will turn this episode off.
Oh, I'm going to be
You're
one of them
gonna-
when we get to this part. I know where we're
Gonna
going.
Fast forward it.
Turn it down.
Nope.
Okay. Anyway,
So it was on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being really, really great, loved it, fantastic. 1 being like, nah, thanks, fam, I'm good.
I would say it falls in the 6 to 7 range. In that range.
Oh, okay, so slightly above.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Good. Like, I can handle it, average.
Like I don't know that I would just be like, you know what? I'm gonna have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
oh,
It's
but-
not a bad thing at night sometimes when
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I just want something simple.
Yeah.
I will say this. I gave you a lot of crap because, the price of the bread versus the price of the peanut butter and the jelly. But
it's true.
the bread really stands out.
But how many times is that true in a sandwich where it's the
Well-
bread?
Oh,
that
Absolutely.
is
A
what
good
makes the
slice of
sandwich.
bread, most definitely.
People don't really understand how much of a difference bread makes, whether it be like homemade or whatever it is. The bread can really make the sandwich.
For sure.
Uh,
Or it can break it.
Yeah.
Well, even how you or what you do with the bread, because you did
Yes.
something that I kind of laughed at. Anytime my grandmother would make a sandwich, didn't matter the sandwich. She was like, "Oh, it needs to be toasted."
Oh,
And as
yeah.
a kid, I hated that. Like peanut butter and jellies at grandma's
Really?
were always toasted.
I like toasted
Oh.
bread. I like
Yeah.
toasted
I
bread.
loved
Personally.
toasted. Now, I didn't do it for school in the mornings, but if I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at home, I love warm, gooey peanut butter. And it was so
Yeah.
good.
There is something to that, but since then, I toast everything.
Do you?
Everything.
I
I
do.
make
I
any
love
kind of
toasted,
sandwich,
too.
it's toasted.
Yep.
So, but now that we just had this conversation a few minutes ago, now I feel like I need to try some really good peanut butter with this homemade jam that you were talking about.
Oh, we can make that.
Oh,
and
my
see
goodness,
if
yes.
this really changes the experience now.
Okay.
Because I'm really fresh on this, right?
Yeah.
So now I can really tell if it changes the experience or not. So I feel
You're going
like
to be lucky if I have any left soon.
all right. Well, if it comes around again, save me a little bit, and then we can do this.
Well, or
With
Caitlin, if you're listening, set another jar aside for me.
Now I kind of want to try the sandwich because I want to try it with the bread.
Here, try the
Pass
other.
it over here.
Try the
Let
other
me
slice.
just- I also haven't had a actual.
This
like
is the part of
skippy-
podcasting
Yeah.
where we all go, we really are friends.
Yeah.
Passing bottles of wine around and
Here,
sandwiches. And
Honestly, this is one of those moments where I'm gonna say kudos to not only just the four of us, but to this podcast in general, like how many podcasts are you getting this experience on? Some people may not like. They're like, yeah, okay, this is not what I want to listen to. But how many people are?
Yeah.
This is like I mean, we are completely authentic here in this in this stuff, right? It's just wild.
By the way, that's a damn good peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And there's our explicit rating.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, it wasn't me who swore this time.
But I mean, like in the podcasting world, there's a lot of stuff coming out right now that so Pat, if you're familiar with Pat McAfee, he basically is saying that there's some people in like the ESPN organization that are trying to sabotage the show, basically, because he has a show on ESPN.
Oh, okay.
And it's a little off the wall. It's not very normal.
It's not conventional.
And which is what's awesome about it. And I feel like this podcast is not that conventional either, but that's the way we wanted it.
Well, and there's a fine line between, I'll call it hyper production and basement production.
For sure.
Yeah, and I think we're like right in the middle of that because it sounds
We're
good
not in the
when
basement.
Yes.
No, we're not. We can actually see the sky.
We
from
can,
where we're
yes.
at. Now, when Kenny and I get put away in our cells at night, we're in the basement.
Oh
but-
my God.
Wow.
Very true.
We are not abusing our husbands, I swear.
No,
not true.
not at least at this
She
moment.
chucks in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and says, "Go to bed."
See, that's not abuse.
Yeah,
No, apparently I just haven't fed him before today.
There we go. That's why he likes it so much.
Right. It's hunger.
Yeah,
that's how you've maintained your figure so well, Kenny. Good job.
Something like that.
we just did a 48-hour fast this past week, and
Yeah.
but Kenny's really been fasting for months and years now. So
Yeah, she doesn't feed me.
Maybe that's why he actually liked the peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
because he hasn't eaten in months.
It could be. And I haven't eaten yet today, and I also worked out this morning too, so there's that.
You know, if you would actually eat breakfast, you might find yourself with a little less hanger and a little more energy.
Who said I'm hangry?
Yeah, in his defense, I don't eat breakfast either. I do a 16-8 fasting cycle,
Oh, okay.
and it works.
Well, maybe for you it works. But for Kenny, he literally, I think that if like a duck outside like crossed the road wrong, he might go after it. Like
Okay.
he gets really hangry.
All
I have
right,
no idea on this experience ever.
Now, I need us to ignore our spouses for a moment.
All
And
right,
I have,
that's
I
fine. I
have
can
some
do that.
questions for you. Okay?
Oh boy. You should not. Don't talk about Melinda that way.
Oh my God.
I love my
Never
wife.
ignore
I'll
Melinda.
just admit it, okay? I am the Incredible Hulk when I have not had food, okay?
You
Really?
are not the
Oh,
Incredible
absolutely.
Hulk when you have not. You've seen the movie
better?
Gremlins, right?
Gremlins.
She is the reverse gremlin. If you do not feed her on time, she goes from like cute and fluffy and wonderful to holy crap, the house is on fire.
Just don't ask me questions when I'm hungry. That's all you need to know.
No. It's not even don't ask questions. It's don't talk to me.
Don't look at
at
me.
me.
I understand.
Don't breathe
Don't look at
wrong.
me. Don't look at me. Just go
Just
away.
give me food and I
Unless
calm
you
down.
have food in your hands.
I mean, I get like
Go
that
away.
too, but not to the level I think that Kenny does. Like Kenny gets to the point where it's like, you don't know if he's actually angry or if he is truly just hungry, because I've seen the angry side and it replicates, and it's kind of scary. And I'm like, oh man, did that really actually piss him off, or is he really just that hungry?
You know, actually, when I get a little angry, I also get a little angry when I'm bored.
Yes, you do.
Silence. Seriously? I am
There were
not,
like 10 things that ran through my head to
I
say
am-
in that moment.
I'm not editing that blank space out because that was it fits right there.
Yeah.
There was literally, if you could see into this room right
We're
now.
all like, whoa.
There was like 3 people staring at each other, like looking around.
True.
But I do. I get a little, not hangry. I get a little like short when I'm bored.
I'm short all the time. All right, I'm leaving it there. All right, so I did almost get killed with the hangry bit yesterday
Oh no.
because Melinda got into the glove box in the car. and she found these Reese's peanut butter cups that I have in there. And she's like, "Why are these here?" Because she's looking at me, and I'm trying
he's supposed to be
trying
on
to
a
get back
specific
on my
fast.
diet. Yes.
Wow.
And she's like, "Well, why are these here?" I was like, "Well, they're the emergency Reese's."
Yeah.
"Why do you have emergency Reese's?" "I present to you my wife."
No.
At which
Say exactly what you said, because
I don't remember exactly what I said. All I know is you were trying to kill me with them 2 seconds later.
It was
Amazing.
in case my wife gets hangry or something like that, or like
I love
for
this.
the moodiness or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was like,
I would never use the word moody because I know that's an immediate.
So yes, so I then proceeded to take them because they were like, instead of like the normal size Reese's peanut butter cups, which is
were the
probably
super
why I
king
was
size
like,
they've had
I'm
for
gonna
Oh
kill
my
you now.
gosh.
He had like a 4 or 6 pack there, and I was like, really? I'm gonna like. So he was at a stoplight. Okay, so I just like tapped him on the shoulder a little bit.
I have
Did
a
not
question.
be my husband.
How long have they been in there?
It was just recent because I looked in that glove box like a week ago and they were not there.
So my concern here is if you forget about them and they go through June, July,
That's
August.
disgusting.
Mel's going to get hungry one of these days and you're going to be like, just hit up the stash of emergency Reese's and they're going to be melted beyond all belief.
That's a quick delivery. You know, I mean, they come in those little paper sleeves, so you just open the bag and tip back the
Oh,
Reese's.
God.
You can pour them into your mouth.
The whole like second by second, minute by minute, like how have I not killed
I'm
my
down to
husband?
seconds
That's
now,
right
yeah.
there.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
that's
Just-
it, guys.
I'll
So
switch
just like-
over.
Yeah, slowly drip into your mouth.
Ew.
Oh, that's
wrong with you?
disgusting.
Where would you like us to begin? I'll switch over to like a hardtack at some point in the spring that'll be in there. But I try to have like a snack in there or
I have
crackers.
emergency combos.
Yeah.
Yes, those
Yes.
are great. Yes, but see, I have to watch my sodium. So yeah. So,
I
yeah.
don't even know why. Like for some reason, combos just became my like road trip snack. Ever since like I would come up here to visit you before we were married, and they just became something that I always like kept in my cart. They're not even that good.
See, that's I was waiting to say that. So we just, last weekend we were in Ocean Pines visiting her sister and family and everything like that. And we stopped and she got combos on the way. And on the way, while she's eating them, she's like, these really just aren't that good. And I'm like, I said, so like this pack in particular or these in general? And she's like, yeah, in general. I'm like, you get them every road trip. Why would you?
Every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you do that?
And
If
I have
they're
to
not
admit,
good.
I'm the same way. Like combos are my usual go-to road trip. Since I've been on a low sodium diet, I've had to like completely change everything that I do, which drives me
Yeah.
crazy because I can't just like we stopped at a gas station going to Pittsburgh and everybody got snacks and I was looking through everything and finally I settled on like Tasty Cake donuts because it
Yeah.
had the least amount of sodium instead of like a little teeny tiny fruit
Oh
cup
my
that was
gosh.
probably been sitting there for years.
Yeah, and it's so hard, especially at convenience stores, because everything is so filled with sodium.
Oh, absolutely.
It's terrible. I mean, even if you get like a made-to-order sub at Sheetz or like Wawa or something, it's so filled with sodium.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was a
Rabbit trail,
tangent.
Did
All right.
yeah, okay.
What do you got, Kenny?
I got nothing, to be honest with you. I was trying to
you want
figure
more
out
sandwich?
where to go from. No, I'm good.
Does anybody else want to try it?
I'm good.
There's
good.
a whole untouched half.
I mean,
Kenny?
you can try Skippy.
No.
Oh,
there you go.
Heretic.
Rob's like, why would you say that to me?
I know. Like the two conditions on our, well, 3 conditions. 2 conditions, though. It was Heinz and Jif.
Together.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh. We would
All
not
right.
be married. That would be the. I'd be like, no, sorry, you're weird.
No.
Kenny, how did you win your wife over? What did you do to romance? No.
Ooh.
I mean,
I mean, this is going into February, so I mean, there's the question.
Yes.
well,
I want to know.
16 years later, she's still
Just like,
trying to
how
figure
did
it out.
that happen?
to be, I mean, I had a real shitty boyfriend at the time, so I was better than that. But I guess maybe that was.
I hope to God he's not listening.
Who cares?
Anyway, no,
Do you have a fallback plan now that it matters?
No, that's true.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be truly honest with you, it's just I was nice to her, and I think the bar is set that low sometimes where just being a decent person and like being there, legitimately being there, I think just goes a long way, even if like you've vastly outkicked your coverage, which I have.
We've said this before. I
So-
mean, we both have.
There you go. I mean, I was nice to her. I treated her well, and I wasn't an asshole. And
Yeah.
I feel like just those basic things go a long way.
No,
Absolutely.
that's
In
very true.
In seriousness, like.
But
just-
like, and I feel like most women don't until you see it with your own eyes. Like, I was very young. I was, my gosh, was I 19? I was 19 when we first met.
and hot.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so wait a minute. Hold on. You were 19 when you
That's when we first met.
When did
Yeah.
you start dating?
Good question. Probably. Well, it would have been
Yeah, you were
still 19
You
because
were
I
still
didn't turn
19.
20 until way
November.
later.
Yeah.
Like
And
at
you
least
would've
I
been-
was like very newly 19 when we first met.
26.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So we're 7 years apart. But I remember being with this other boyfriend and being like fine with my situation. But I was also in college. And so he also lived far, like it was a very immature relationship, but I didn't know that at the time because to me, it was the most mature relationship I'd ever had. So I just kind of thought, oh, this is the way it is. Like I wasn't unhappy, super unhappy. I mean, I did find out that he cheated on me and there was, all that, but that
I also haven't done that. So I feel like it just
Congratulations.
the bar, I'm telling you, the bar's set low, man.
no, and that's
Guys,
where I
There's no
started-
argument on that. I mean, the internet culture has shown that the
Yeah.
bar is.
The bar's set low.
But that's where I started to feel like, okay, maybe this isn't normal. And oddly enough, like I wasn't out looking for something different because I just hadn't broken up with my boyfriend when we first met at the time. And I just, maybe my energy gave off like okay, I'm ready for something else now type thing. But I just didn't, I was too young. I was really immature. But I mean, it was down to something as simple as he knew that I really liked Swedish fish at the time. My diet was at this point in my life was very horrible, but he knew I liked Swedish fish. Excuse me. He would just like buy me a random bag, like just do nice little things like that. That my boyfriend at that point, like, he never did stuff like that. Like he never gave me flowers or. Yeah, it was, and then of course the whole cheating thing, lying about it and things like that.
If I bought her Swedish fish now, she'd probably stab me.
I,
Like, you bring like a bag into the house, and she wouldn't want them, but she would still eat them.
100%. Your mom gave us Swedish
She
fish
did.
for Christmas,
And I gave you my
I had
bag.
a little tiny bag, and I ate all mine. He was like, "You want mine?" I was like, "No, yes."
Well, have you ever had the Swedish fish? Oh my gosh, why am I? Ice water at Rita's.
No,
Oh, like the Italian
No.
ice?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
No.
Yes,
No,
you
don't.
can. You need to this summer.
Oh,
Look, you need to go out to the either Ice Shack out my way or Rita's and
I was
get
gonna
the
say-
Swedish fish water ice.
I was going to say, because the last time you have had Rita's has been how long ago?
I know,
Because we
it's kind of
usually
funny.
go
We
to
used to complain about how we didn't have Rita's, and now we have Rita's,
Well-
and we're like, screw it.
Ice
Right.
Shack, which is a place local to us. They are
So
a lot
much better.
better than Rita's. No offense, Rita's. But
So the ice shack
surprise me.
is on the other side of 501?
Yep.
yeah.
that right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
past Dutchway. Yeah.
Okay.
Go to the
I-
hardware store out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, near the Ace Hardware?
Yep, right next
It's
to
right
it.
next to it. Yeah.
I've been to the Ace Hardware, so.
Okay. Yeah.
And they make some good barbecue. Not
Oh,
the
yes.
best, but some
Yeah.
good.
The Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
No, not the Ace Hardware. They have what you need to make good barbecue.
Rob gets his brisket sandwiches at the Ace Hardware.
Absolutely. Every Saturday.
Look, I
man.
know a guy in the back,
100%,
okay?
All right.
Oh, God.
So we had this conversation now.
Yeah.
What about you?
How did you win Mel over?
Yeah.
I think I was an asshole.
Oh, that's funny.
So that was the key?
Initially, I
No.
mean, I was a bit of a...
Oh, that's
I
really
used the
funny.
phrase jackass.
Well,
and
yes,
I
okay.
was.
That's not how you won me over though, because I wanted nothing to do with you during that time because okay, he called me Medusa and like he couldn't remember my name, so
I had never heard the name Melinda before. So I like Mel, I could get Mel. I knew Melissa's, I knew like Melanie's and Matilda's.
The reason why I laughed at that is because my brother-in-law calls my sister that, but as like a derogatory term.
I got frustrated because she's
yeah.
like, "What's my name?" I don't know, Medusa.
well no, he went like Matilda, Melissa,
Medusa.
Medusa, and I was like,
Matilda.
I was like, nope, he is done. He wants, I had assumed at that point that he wanted any future wife of his to be like barefoot pregnant in the kitchen, no job, no nothing. And I was like, nope, he is a jerk. Stay away from him. No.
Ooh.
So, so that was definitely not the way to win me over.
But somehow you still did.
Which
Anyway.
is why I have to say, like, I'm confused on that one to this day. Like,
I'm confused
So,
too.
so okay.
please enlighten all of us,
I'm
including me.
confused.
I'm confused how we got here right now. Okay, so
Wait, how we got here,
Well,
like,
I
in
know
this
you drove
room,
here.
or like how I got here 2 kids later, 16 years of marriage,
Probably
and
that
still
one.
not dead.
yes, that's what I mean.
Okay, there we
I'm
go.
dead.
So
I think she's playing the long game on that one. So if I just disappear, you know why.
I want to make sure his life insurance is really, really good, guys. First.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's true. You
That's just
definitely-
smart business.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. But no, so after that time, it was probably like a couple months later, he was giving a devotional time during like our program that we were in at the moment. And it was the way he was acting and like even how he was, this is totally Christianese, sorry, but like we had worship time, okay? And we had worship time and like watching him like pray and worship God, I was like, wow, he's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So really, it was divine. It was the divine.
Oh,
that Rob has
definitely.
to
Oh,
thank.
absolutely. Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, no.
Got it.
But then, okay, so later on in the year, later on, like that summer, we had started talking more and he had horribly asked me out by saying, do you want to do this thing? And I was like, what are we
No,
talking
I did not say, do you want to do this
She's
thing?
like, what thing are you talking about?
I was like, I think you like me, and I like you. Just
that
not beat
accent?
around the
No.
bush. Would you like to date me?
Do you like to
Yeah.
date me?
It was bad.
It was horrible. But so like, but again, I was like, okay, this is weird. Like I don't get this, but okay, sure. And then we went back into the program in the fall and we weren't supposed to date each other. So he gave me a book bag filled with like little mementos, like notes from him. He had a hoodie in there from like his old former high school wrestling team that, so exactly like that was the moment where I was like, okay, this is it. Like I've never known anybody like this before. And he knew that we wouldn't be able to talk throughout the year and stuff. And so he wanted me to have like little notes and stuff like that for me to read whenever like I missed him, even though we were super close and we still couldn't, hang out and quote unquote date.
Right.
Sorry. But yeah, we totally did.
You rebels.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Do you think that the added layer of the forbiddenness actually added to your desire to date?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I'm the type of person that has always been if you tell me not to do something, or I can't do something, I'm like, oh, watch me.
Yeah.
I had a teacher in like 7th grade or something like that tell me that I would never amount to anything. And I was like, ooh, watch me. And now here I am, former teacher, former 7th grade math teacher. And from,
What kind of teacher says that
yeah.
to a student?
oh yeah, the kind that gives you detention because you tried to raise your hand and ask for questions. And he's like, well, if you were paying attention, I was, you would be able to, know what I'm talking about. I'm like, I'm sorry. In 3rd grade, I was given a calculator instead of like a teacher teaching me how to do like division or anything like that. Yeah. Wow. So I have no clue what to do. But no, so thankfully though, that teacher, I think, well, he's obviously retired now, but so I proved him wrong because I have a master's and I
There you go.
work in a school where I'm encouraging and empowering other children to do better. than
Wow,
them.
what a thought.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
So
No,
yeah.
I get
So
that.
going back though, I mean, like that's how I've always been. Where if you tell me to do something or not to do something, I'm going to be like,
Watch me.
yeah.
Yep.
And well,
I'm
there were
that way,
lots
too.
of rules that said don't do, and I was like, but I felt God telling me to. So I was
Yeah.
like, are you telling me to go against God? That's weird.
Oh, yeah. See, that's
yeah.
just an added layer. I like it.
Yeah.
Kenny and I got distracted by football. Sorry.
Yeah,
What
no,
are
I
we
was,
talking about?
No, I was pointing.
God and rebellion in our relationship.
Yeah. Anyway.
God, rebellion, and our relationship.
That is the one piece of me that I will admit is French, where I just like walk into a room and, oh, hello, somehow I'm in the resistance and counter movement. What the hell just happened? Vive la revolution.
That's
So-
truthfully how we got to know each other, is by our rebellious attitudes, apparently.
All right, Kenny, what do you got?
Love it. Love it.
I got something I've been sitting on now.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to interrupt Mel, but I want to revert.
Can't
Back. I know we need to wrap it up soon, but I want to revert back just a little bit to you said you heard him pray,
Okay.
or whatever the situation was,
Where are you
and
going
you
with
and you were like, huh, he's pretty, he's all right. So is that like, when
No,
you're trying
do
to
not-
set
do
when you're
not-
trying to set the mood,
do
do you just
not
start praying?
Ask this question.
No, that would be really weird.
Okay, I got it.
He's
I
like,
practiced-
hey,
I'm
Mel,
sorry.
watch me pray.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting to say that for like 5 minutes. I
I practice my sermon giving on Friday nights.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh man. Somebody said, watch me pray. I was like, stop.
Watch me pray.
Oh my gosh.
Rob's like
Nope, nope,
hiking
I can't,
up his
I can't.
pant leg.
Watch me pray. I'm putting my palms together.
All right, I got it. What's that song, Take Me to Church?
Oh yes.
Yikes.
Wow, this went way off the rails.
Yeah.
Well, that is a form of Valentine's
No,
Day.
that doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work anymore. That's funny.
Anyway, wow.
Yeah.
Well,
That went places.
this was
I knew at some point it was going to go there because Kenny just had this look on his face that was like, oh God, what? Wait a minute. Hold on. He's going to ask something and it's going to be totally inappropriate.
of course it is.
It's not inappropriate.
It's Kenny and
this
Rob,
is
though. I mean, what do we
the
expect?
intention of this episode is February, and
It's true.
we've got. Actually, we have Ash Wednesday on Valentine's Day.
Oh, is
that,
it really?
Is that right? So Valentine's Day is Wednesday this year.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Those
Can
mid-
you draw the ash on the forehead in the shape of a heart?
I don't think it works that way.
I don't do that. That's Pastor Robin.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
The Valentine, yeah, those little like holidays like that midweek are kind of like
Yeah.
a
So
little weird.
I don't know if I've done well with this statement,
Oh boy.
but one of the things I said early on was I don't want to really lean into and celebrate Valentine's Day hardcore as a couple.
Yeah, that's something that we both agreed with.
we
yeah.
don't really
Yeah, we
do
don't
that.
do a lot of that, to be honest with you.
Like Valentine's for us is more for like our love with our kids, which I know is weird, I'm sure. But like,
No.
Well, the kids
have-
wouldn't be here if there
yeah.
wasn't some,
Well, yeah.
loving.
If there wasn't some brown chicken, brown cat.
Stop.
But donkey donk.
Rob's like, look at that honky donk, but
There
donkey donk
wasn't
she
some-
got.
Shut my mouth and slap your grandma.
which can I just say
That's in
though?
the song.
It is.
Gosh.
It totally is.
It is hilarious though, because so many people they look at you and I and they're like, oh, I don't want to tell you, like even the type of alcoholic drink I have, or like, what I'm doing with my husband or whatever. And I'm like,
Yeah.
we have 2 children. We didn't adopt them. How do you think they got here?
Yeah.
Look, there is proof I have had sex at least twice in my life. There is no proof you've had sex,
That's
Kenny.
true.
There is none. I'm not sure I have, be honest with you.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, honestly, just real quickly to lean into that, like I kind of understand it a little bit because before we knew you guys well, like I mean, it became wildly apparent. Like after the first couple times that I met Rob, it's like, all right, well, he's just a dude. Like
He's just a dude.
I know he works for a church and
He's a
works
dude that
for-
prays really well.
Yeah, he prays
Hallelujah.
really, really well. But I'm like, all right, he's just a dude. Like, all right, we can like, And then I was like, all right, well, we can definitely be friends because he's not just like, I don't have to like watch what I say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I understand why people may assume that, I guess. And then not knowing you, I mean, not saying that it's anything you do. It's just the assumption of the roles that you play.
So
right?
I have a whole theory on this, and I'm just going to do it in like 30 seconds or less, or at least attempt to, since we're coming to the end. But I've been corrected. It should be the holy person principle, but I've just called it the holy man principle.
Okay. Yeah.
Where you say anything of I'm in any form of organized religion or spirituality, and people automatically put a whole list of assumptions of purity, holiness, and thou art better than me.
You are essentially God.
Yeah, like
Right,
I've got a
right.
direct line to God when, nope, not how that one works.
It would be great, but no.
But a part of that I've experienced is actually trying to decultivate that in an assumption up front, which is why, like around you and others, I can be a little coarser, a little gruffer.
Yeah.
Or on
even
the
in
podcast.
language, or even on the podcast, because it's okay. Yes, I do have this whole spiritual side that is a huge piece of my identity, and I will talk to and live into that freely. But I'm still a sinner.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
you know, some of it I think comes from, you know, I don't want to dig into religion, but some of it I think comes from, I think the Catholic faith tries to, it almost, you know, goes out of their way to make it seem like that is the case, like the holier than thou type of thing. And it's just not true. It's just
But
not
that
true.
is a piece of what the Catholic Church has done, and
Yeah.
this would be a great conversation for another time when we could get
I was going to say this could go on
another
for quite a
minister
while.
voice
This
for
conversation.
sure as well.
Yeah, that's not for this episode, but yes.
Even getting Pastor Robin in here or another ministry person who can also speak to some of these assumptions that they've seen or interacted
Yeah,
with.
'cause right now I'm even biting my tongue. I'm like, can't say it, can't say it, can't say it.
Yeah, I think
Just
you
with
have
like
to be, you have
own
to be,
personal stories with like masters and
you
stuff
have to
like
be,
that.
you have to be careful. But yeah.
Yeah.
So this was a really good episode.
So here's my question. Did we cover everything? Because I know Rob had mentioned that you had a bunch of questions. We can always make a part 2. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, we can.
Well, I got nothing else today. We could do.
I mean,
you want to get 3 in today?
I literally have nothing to do today.
Okay, should we get new drinks
well, yes,
and do
But
a part 2?
Yeah, because mine's almost empty. But
And
yeah,
I
potty
have had
breaks.
one drink and I'm
do a
at
little
part 2.
intermission.
I plan to your part 2.
Yeah, apparently
He's holding up
One drink.
3 fingers and
Part
saying,
Part 2, guys. Part 2.
Yes.
this whole the snow this weekend, right? It's okay. So we were supposed to do this yesterday, and we had a snowstorm yesterday here.
I'm just going to enjoy the rest of this peanut butter.
And
jelly.
we literally, like, it turned out to be something pretty cool because I mean we literally, after you guys were like, yeah, we're calling it. So we ate gumbo, we turned football on, and we didn't basically get off the couch for the rest of the day unless it was to clean up from the gumbo.
All
Those are the
right.
best days. They never happen, but they're
and
the best days.
today's going to be like, we have nothing today too. Like we both worked all morning, and now we're doing this, which is technically work but doesn't feel like it.
I'm going to finish us with one piece that I have to harass your wife about.
Okay,
Oh, gosh.
give it to us.
You felt.
Yikes.
Hey, Kenny.
Oh, no. Well, that
Okay, wait a minute. But you fell asleep during the football game last night.
Sure did.
I
Did.
she
You, I can understand. Her.
She slept a lot more during the football game than I did. If
You have to remember.
Your team was in on
But
it.
you have to remember, it was a game that meant nothing to us.
and half the team wasn't playing.
Yeah. Like, it was our backups. You guys beat our backups. Congratulations.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm going to go cry.
And we're like tied for what, like half the game? Yikes.
it also looks like this. You know, we're not going to talk about that now. But anyway,
We will get to the football episode.
yes. So
Yeah, and I won't be here for that, so you can bash me all you want.
no, that's not what we're talking about.
We're
but yeah.
referring to the Ravens-Steelers game, the last game of the season. And the week before, the Ravens had clinched the number 1 seed in the AFC. So no matter what they did, it meant nothing. They sat most of their starters, or a lot of their starters, and the Steelers had everything on the line for this game. So they had to win. So I'm just like, we got what we needed.
I know it's the one thing that I can look at and harass you about because, yeah, the Ravens didn't field their whole team. And the Steelers
They
Yeah.
barely did.
Well, but
They squeaked it out.
You're gonna make me cry.
but part of that is like on a during like normal conditions, like what would that game been like? It was just horrible conditions.
Oh, it was
absolutely.
awful.
There was like 8 fumbles in the game.
There were
like,
so many times where
Yeah.
I definitely
Like,
like the
it's-
Ravens, like they almost intercepted it. And I was like, if it's not raining like this, they intercept that.
Yeah.
Or like something else, somebody fell. Like the Steelers had a couple
Yeah.
times. I was like, if it's not raining like that, they run with the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they pulled T.J. Watt off the field. I mean,
Yeah.
he wanted to he wanted to come back, and they're like,
No.
No.
They're like-
no.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
It was
Anyway.
awful.
We'll finish
Right.
it there and
Yeah.
come back with refreshed drinks for a part 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Feel free to enjoy and indulge in this intermission.
Bum bum bum.
Yeah. So we'll catch you again for part 2.
Thanks for listening to The Drunk Squirrel. No need to pay a tab. Just be sure to follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and drop us a line, thedrunksquirrel82@gmail.com. Cheers.